Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're looking at the tarot cards for the full moon in Aquarius, which is landing here in Australia on the 20th of August at around about 3:30 in the morning. It is a spicy full moon. There's a lot of square aspects, and a lot of people are citing this time as a fairly, I guess, maybe cataclysmic moment. And whilst, maybe we could see it that way, there's also a lot of opportunity for something novel, something new here. An opening of sorts. And what I'm seeing in the tarot this month is really around relationship, around self and other, around individual and collective. And I just want to sort of unpack that in the cards for this full moon. So the card for the full moon in Aquarius is the Seven of Swords. So in the Seven of Swords, we see these six quite diverse swords all balanced on top of a seventh golden sword. Now for me, the key here is really the levelness of the golden sword. And we can actually see it kind of balancing on the Aquarius sigil. So that golden sword is forming this incredibly solid foundation for the other swords to all kind of balance upon. And the swords that balance really appear to be quite vibrant, quite healthy. I can almost hear a high-pitched singing from the metal vibrating due to this kind of force, this vitality that's radiating from the card. And a question that I have is, whereabouts in my life am I providing that levelness upon which others can depend? That sword is gold, and gold is traditionally used to represent perpetuity. Gold does not decay over time, it does not atrophy. And so there is this kind of endurance to the card that is actually expressed in the emanation of Netzach, the seventh Sephirah. In Netzach, we come into contact with our wants and needs. And we come into contact in quite a felt, visceral way. It's not something that is analyzed or able to be communicated or even conceptualized. It is something that is felt in our body. It is a very artistic Sephirah, and in fact rules Venus, which we know deals with all things to do with aesthetics, love, beauty, desire, how we feel and how we create our environment. The virtue of the Sephirah is around unselfishness. We can kind of understand unselfishness simply as recognizing other people and their needs and acting in a way that is in their interests as well as our own. So the other name for the Sephirah is simply victory. Some other translations include endurance, perpetuity, and also love. And here I'm thinking about love in terms of simply the expansion of boundaries, So it's pretty clear that what we're seeing in the imagery here is around having that sense of relationship with other and providing a level, a floor, something that endures and can be relied upon. The card for the Sun in Leo is the Seven of Wands. Now in this card we see somewhat of a similar image in the sense that, again, we have this depiction of individuality and collectivity. But this time the structure of the commune is slightly different. In the card we have 6 wands that are gathered around a 7th larger wand. Now all the wands are burning, they're alight, and the 7th wand appears to be sort of hovering in the center of this ritualistic gathering. We also see the light of the larger wand, which casts shadows of the 6 smaller ones. Now, one interpretation of this card is maybe to consider the sort of sacrificial nature of this ritual, that the larger individual wand has been brought to the center of the group and has been set alight to burn and be renewed. And this card really has this essence of renewal or regeneration about it. Think of the imagery of a phoenix rising from the ashes. I find it interesting, though, that we see the shadows of the collective from the light of the individual. There's certainly something relational here in terms of how we fit into our community, how our presence and radiance can reveal or illuminate something about our community. And there's something quite magical about the way that the larger wand is almost levitating in the center of this circle too, as if by magic, by the commune of these wands, a force is generated that is creating this levity. So again, the theme here is around relationship, or more specifically around proper relationship. Now, this is not about self-sacrifice, really. It's not about burning away our individuality. If anything, it's about appreciating who we are and what we have to offer to others, and also how others can really reflect back to us things about ourselves that maybe we are yet to uncover. This theme of self-awareness or self-knowledge is really, really clear in the major arcana, this full moon, the star. The woman is naked and kneeling at the shore of a pool of water. In the water, we see the woman and her environment reflected. And this world is encapsulated inside of a cosmic egg. She's naked because she has nothing to hide and she has nothing to protect. She is simply who she is. She is I am. Her source of energy is the star, a connection to the cosmos. And this universal energy is channeled through her embodiment. Critically, it is channeled for the nourishment of herself and for her environment. She is pure, and she is giving, clarifying, purifying. She is living her purpose. She represents a process that is constantly underway within each of us. The journey of finding our place in the world. And the place is recognized by our effectiveness in connecting with our environment. Whereabouts are we providing nourishment and fertility? Whereabouts is our creativity landing? Whereabouts are we in flow? These are all experiences that really radiate out from that understanding of ourself, from that feeling of nakedness, that we know who we are, that we know what we have to offer or what our purpose is. And also that is a process that we are constantly engaged with. The pathway on the tree of life here connects us from Netzach, victory, endurance or love, to Yesod, which is foundation. So there's a powerful opportunity here to create some space for this pathway. The pathway from Netzach, from the feeling of knowing who we are, what we want and need, through to Yesod, which is foundational, which is a place of gestation and a place in which we can bring our consciousness to maturity, to a readiness of being manifest in the world. Alright everyone, that's my read for this full moon in Aquarius. I hope you have a really amazing experience over these next few days, and I'll be back again in around about one lunar cycle for another reading. Bye for now.